1 Samuel chapter 1. And there was one man from out of Ramathaim Zophim, from out of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, son of Jeroham, son of Elihu, son of Tohu, son of Zuph, from out of Mount Ephraim. And to this one was 2 wives. The name to the one was Hannah, and the name to the second was Peninnah. And there was to Peninnah a child, and to Hannah there was not a child. And that man ascended from days to days from out of his city, from out of Ramathaim, to do obeisance, and to sacrifice to the Lord of hosts in Shiloh. And was there Eli and his 2 sons, Hophni and Phinehas, priests of the Lord. And came to pass a day that Elkanah sacrificed, and he gave to Peninnah his wife, and to all her sons, and to her daughters, portions. And to Hannah he gave 1 portion, for there was not a child to her. Except that Elkanah loved Hannah above Peninnah. But the Lord locked the matter concerning her womb. And her rival provoked her to anger, even indeed a provocation to anger because of the treating her with contempt. For the Lord closed up the matters concerning her womb, to not give to her a child. Thus she did, year by year, in her ascending unto the house of the Lord. And she was depressed, and she wept, and did not eat. And Elkanah her husband said to her, Hannah, what is it to you that you weep? And why do you not eat? And why does your heart beat you? Am I not good to you over 10 children? And Hannah rose up after their eating in Shiloh, and after drinking. And Eli the priest sat upon the chair at the doorposts of the temple of the Lord. And she was in severe pain of soul, and she prayed to the Lord, and with weeping she wept. And she vowed a vow, saying, O Lord of hosts, if looking you should look upon the humiliation of your bondwoman, and should remember me, and should not forget your bondwoman, and should give to your bondwoman seed of a male, then I will put him before you, dedicated until the day of his death, and an iron razor shall not ascend upon his head. And it came to pass, when she multiplied praying before the Lord, that Eli the priest watched her mouth. And she spoke in her heart, and her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. And Eli considered her to be intoxicated. And Eli said to her, Until when shall you be intoxicated? Remove your wine. And Hannah answered and said, No, O master, I am a woman with a hard day, and wine and strong drink I have not drunk, and I pour out my soul before the Lord. You should not grant your bondwoman for a mischievous daughter, for from out of the amount of my meditation, and from out of the amount of my depression, I have been stretched out until the present. And Eli answered and said to her, Go in peace. The God of Israel will give to you all your request which you asked of him. And she said, Your bondwoman found favor in your eyes. And the woman went her way, and ate with her husband, and drank, and her face was not downcast any longer. And they rose early in the morning, and they did obeisance to the Lord, and went their way. And Elkanah entered unto his house in Ramah, and he knew Hannah his wife. And the Lord remembered her, and she conceived. And it came to pass in the time of the days that Hannah bore a son, that she called his name Samuel, saying that, "From the Lord Almighty I asked him." And the man Elkanah ascended, and all his house, to sacrifice in Shiloh, for the sacrifice of the days and his vows. And Hannah ascended not with him, for she said to her husband, "I will wait until the ascending of the boy, whenever I should have weaned it, and he shall appear in front of the Lord, and shall settle there unto the aeon." And Elkanah her husband said to her, "You do the good thing in your eyes. Sit until whenever you should wean it. Only may the Lord establish the thing coming forth from out of your mouth." And the woman sat, and nursed her son, until whenever she weaned him. And she ascended with him unto Shiloh, with a calf, being 3 years old, and an ephah of fine flour, and a skin flask of wine. And she entered into the house of the Lord in Shiloh, and the boy with them. And they led him before the Lord, and they slew the calf. And Hannah, the mother of the boy, brought it to Eli. And she said, "By me, O master, your soul should live. I am the woman standing before you, with you while praying to the Lord. Over this boy I prayed, and the Lord gave to me my request which I asked of him. And I lend him to the Lord all the days which he should live, for use by the Lord."